Welcome back again to Pancho Crystal Skull Hour. Our guest here is Annabella Corro. Annabella Corro is an expert on the history and science of hand analysis, and she's also, she considers herself an ambassador of Mexico. And that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about Mexico.
Yeah, but you know, I'm more than just the science of hand analysis.
Okay.
I'm a Harvard analyst. I'm a theologist. I study all the religions. I lecture in different parts of the world. In Mexico, even when they picked President Calderon, I did Good Morning America in the Latin version.
Okay.
Did his profile. I also did President Obama's profile. So.
Yeah, I see you have an incredible resume here with just the different celebrities, Mexican celebrities.
All the Mexican celebrities and all the major media in Mexico, Televisa, Radio Imagen, TV Azteca, all these medias, Univision. I've done all those shows. Usually in Mexico, when they want to find out, what elections are going to be happening, they usually call me in and ask me, well, what do you think of this leader and that leader?
Okay.
Even when they were electing Bush in this country,
okay.
When they were in the election with
I
Bush.
remember you mentioned that to me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I do a very important show in Mexico called ¿Qué tal Fernanda?, where all of the, it's coast to coast and it's syndicated shows.
Okay. So you said earlier that you made a decision to go back to Mexico because you were raised here in Las Vegas.
No, I was not.
Oh, I'm sorry. But you were raised in the United States?
My father arrived to Las Vegas in 1961. He worked for the Dunes Hotel. He was a maitre d' there. And then with the gentleman, Senor Escobedo, my father and Escobedo founded a newspaper in Mexico called El Mundo,
okay.
and gave the Latins something to read. So my father's also been always a very big ambassador of Mexico. In my family, there was my great-grandfather's president of Mexico, Justo Corro, and I have a lot of history in Mexico. So no, we had a home in Las Vegas in the 60s, always kept our home in Mexico City, and I did go to school here as a child at times. I still have contact with friends that I went to school with in the city.
Awesome. And so tell me, what compelled you as a young woman to go back to Mexico?
Well, I lived all over the world, and what happened, I found myself living in Paris or living in London, and I saying, gee, if I was in Mexico right now, I'd be eating mole. Or gee, we go down for the weekend to Acapulco and have some ceviche.
Right.
Or I would be, going to the pyramids. I mean, I would think, even though living in Paris and London, people would say, well, wow, you're living. Yes, I had a ball in London and Paris. I lived in London 7 years and Paris 6.
Okay.
And I lived in Tokyo for a year.
Okay. And I noticed what you're wearing today.
Okay.
And that you're wearing a beautiful white outfit and an incredible necklace there. Can you tell us about what you're wearing today?
When I was a young woman, I was a Vogue model, so fashion is very important for me and all that. And I was told by a Mayan reader that I descended from the goddess Tonantzil, which is the Mayan goddess, and she's the one that's known as the Virgin of Guadalupe.
Okay.
And he told me this in Tepoztlan. Tepoztlan is a very mystical, magical place in Mexico, in the state of Morelos.
Right.
Mick Jagger hangs out there. A lot of conscious people who are world travelers know about Mexico. But the masses can be swayed one way or the other. They can be told, don't go to Mexico, don't go to Mexico. They can have you.
And I agree with you. Tell us a little bit more about the necklace that you're wearing and who made it.
I have a collection of jewelry from different artists. This one is...
I think our audience, if you could just pull up a little bit so they can see it.
Well, this is a piece of turquoise, all one piece that's been carved by hand in Mexico, and it represents Guanajuato, the state that I live in.
Yes.
Guanajuato, San Miguel de Allende, Guanajuato Guanajuato means in Olmeca, it means excuse me, not in Olmeca, in Otomí, one of the dialogues is spoken. It means place where the frogs come to mate.
Oh wow!
So this is
that's a frog.
Yeah, this is a piece of turquoise and then mounted on silver. And this is a famous designer named Darla Nordstrom.
Okay.
She lives in San Miguel de Allende. She has her taller there, but she sells in Neiman Marcus. She sells around the world, so all one-of-a-kind pieces.
Right.
Thank you. And yes, I'm wearing white. I'm wearing white because you see, white is the highest vibrating color. And therefore, in white is every color. So therefore, I asked you to please come to the show dressed in white. Do you remember?
I do remember, yes.
And you were told by someone not to wear white. I don't know who's giving you your information, but white is, when you dress white, then you are working with all the colors of the rainbow. You're really walking in the light, and you're showing the world that you're committed to that path of the light.
I totally hear your commitment, Annabella, and I appreciate it also. You as a young woman went back to live in Mexico, and there's many people that are going, in spite of all the things that are being said about our country, things that I totally abhor.
The people who are citizens of the world and are conscious know that they cannot be intimidated. Oh, go to Mexico, they're going to shoot you. No. You know, this war that's going on with the cartels is vendettas that they have amongst themselves.
Correct. I totally agree 100% with what you're saying. I want to keep our focus, though, a little bit on Mexico, on our country, and on the Christmas
okay,
skull.
absolutely.
And what I really wanted also because we have somebody on the line right now who is a friend of yours. Her name is Patrice.
Yes.
And Patrice is calling because she's also one of those persons that decided to go back to live to Mexico.
And loves Mexico.
And loves it. Can we bring Patrice on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hi, Patrice. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How about you guys?
I'm doing good. We're doing good.
Welcome.
Welcome, and thank you for calling us. Annabella tells me that you're a personal friend.
Yes, she lives in Mexico, has a place in Mexico.
What part of Mexico do you live, Patrice?
I live in La Paz, which is about 90 miles north of Corro, San Lucas.
Okay, and it's a very popular area around there, especially for American tourists. Is that correct?
No, it's not real touristy. It's mostly a lot of sport fishing and universities and hospitals. It's got about 250,000 people. It's a very quiet, laid-back, easy-going place.
Is it? And what? And can I ask you, are you American or are you of Mexican descent?
No, I'm totally American, Scotch, Irish, and English.
Fascinating. And how many months of the year do you usually live down there, or are you permanent down there?
I have a house down there with my husband, and we moved down there in semi-retirement about 3.5 years ago. I've popped back and forth because I have two businesses here in Las Vegas.
Correct. So tell me a little
during
bit.
the hot summer months in Mexico, and I come up here and pretty much stay during the heat time because it's very humid.
Correct. So tell me a little bit about what it's like for an American living down in Mexico.
The thing that I think I like about it the most, for one thing, it's totally beautiful. I like being on the ocean, but the people are so kind and so friendly and so helpful. That's one of my favorite things. Plus, the second favorite thing is the food. The food is extremely fresh. The fish that you get down there is fantastic.
Oh, yes, it is.
The fresh fruits and vegetables. The food down there, when I came back up here, after being down there pretty much steadily for about 3.5 years, the food up here tastes like cardboard.
Exactly, right on. And so I love the food down there, what food they have, right? And, Mexico is the most hospitable country in the world. So it's just so sad when I hear this movement. What do you think about this, Patrice, that they're saying, don't go to Mexico, don't go to Mexico? What do you think about that?
I come across that primarily now when I'm up here, and I hear people say things that are so terribly untrue. We don't have to lock our house. We do when we leave because that's the normal thing we're kind of used to.
Yeah.
But the people are friendly. They're just as sweet as possible.
Have you ever felt threatened in Mexico in any way?
Not in the least. I feel more threatened up here than I do there.
Right on.
Patrice, I really appreciate you calling us. We're getting ready to go to commercial break, but thank you so very much for calling in today.
Thank you so much, Patrice. I'll call you again, and thank you. Bless you.
And thank you everyone who's listening to us today at JJLN Radio, the Pancho Crystal Skull Hour, here with Annabella Corro, a passionate woman, lovely woman, promoting and defending the country of Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you.